firstly, it's devastating for all involved, and it's one of those that my political views won't come into this. I think my job is the football side, and similarly to Heimer, and it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because it's I believe David, if I'm right in thinking, will be talking to you guys fairly soon. So I think that's for them to answer rather than myself to get caught up in it.
But just from a player's point of view, if they were your players and players were asked to weigh in on this, which inevitably they will be, that puts them in a really difficult position, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, I'm big on open door policy. I'm big on an open line of communication with my players. I always have been, no matter what the subject is, and I will continue to do so. And I think that I always try and help the players in a way that if they, to make them feel as comfortable as possible, if they have a view and opinion or they want to have a say, then they can, and I'll support that. But look, it's a very difficult situation for all.
You've got some very strong characters in your squad, and if a player decided that in conscience they didn't want to play a particular fixture, would you support them in that?
Look, I support my players in all their decisions, football and non-football decisions. You know, I help them personal lives and politically, whatever they feel. I usually sit down and have those conversations behind closed doors, and we come to a solution. So, like I said, I'm supportive of all the players with everything they do.